Well, if I talk of me, but Jaden Chase, they have to make the fans them know how I really are going. Yeah, man, move settings, viewers and subscribers. And we no need no ladder. Gaza Nation, wanna find the Gaza station. Welcome to the channel, Jaden Chase. And yes, we are bringing on another new and yes, exciting reasoning for the topic of dancehall and entertainment. Man, I remind you now for click the subscribe icon, then the bell icon, and also leave a like, a comment, and yes, but a share on the blog. Now, viewers and subscribers, despite the new regulations being somewhat hard to adjust to viewers and subscribers, personally, me not go around. Vybz Kartel viewers and subscribers said this is a very serious matter and we should take it very serious. Viewers and subscribers, Vybz Kartel said Italy, Spain, France, and Germany and the US are first world countries with the best doctors, medicines, and hospitals. As a matter of fact, he said these countries have real scientists and a reality. Yet thousands of people have succumbed to the situation in these countries, and him say thousands, remind me again, and him say him can't stress that point enough. So him say imagine what would take place in the Jamaican ghettos. Him say this serious and we stop look at the situation like it is not serious. Him say it happen the realest way are the more severest way. Him say it might happen. And him say we are not equipped, viewers and subscribers. So him say during the Easter break, the regulations or the government are pushed forward. He must say him feel like say we should abide by these regulations, viewers and subscribers. Him say we need to master discipline. And we must discipline ourselves before certain situations take place. And him say for those who feel like him attack for Babylon, him say him not talk for Babylon. Him say him talk for the Jamaican poor people. And he must say please be careful. Now viewers and subscribers, as I say, this was met with mixed reviews. As I said, the regulations put forward, some people said unjustifiable. Some people say yes, it is necessary and very necessary. So them agree with the move. Say it met by mixed reviews right across the board. I will not just talk about uptown or people in the garrison. Even the people in the garrison, I say, boy, the regulations kind of hard to cope with. As a matter of fact, just going outside, as simple as it might sound, you have freedom from your space. Remember, being behind the bars, one of the punishment of being behind the bars is being told what time to go out, what time to come in. So even within that frame of mind, some people say, yo, it's hard for them adjust. It's hard for them cope. Them start to feel like them in a certain settings. Now Vybz Kartel said, despite how that might feel, for the best outcome and for what take place right now, it is best for us work with the regulations. What you feel? Do you feel like it is not necessary? Do you feel like this is not the best solution? Or do you agree with the government and with Vybz Kartel's statements? Vybz Kartel say himself in total agreement. It sounds like regardless. At this point in time, some people might say yes, the teacher have confined to these rules because of him there overall. But to all him state the statement, it sounds like regardless. Even the teacher was on the streets right now. This would be a personal choice for him himself too. He would have choose stay in. Maybe no shows, parties now keep. He probably take time for us to go and spend time with him family. Go and all a vibe with loved ones. So he must say, yo, those who can should choose to do the same. There are people who have forgot it tomorrow. So unless it's absolute necessarily, must say, go and hold it on the inside. And different reasons might create that necessity for you to go out there. So you don't know. You have to go out there and do what you have to do. But as for the par and, you know what I mean, all the vibe and the black and, you must say maybe you should choose not to do that. Talk to me, let me know if you ever choose to abide by the regulations and just go and hold it. Nobody touch the road. And do what you have to do on the inside. Talk to me. We go there, I put in the work, go on the content so they can, you know what I mean? We'll have vibe and we'll have energy too. While, they won't. So talk to my Gaza Nation. Comment section open, no lack, no time. This is the statement from the teacher. The teacher say yes, he agree with the regulations being presented, being put forward by the government locally. Him say him have no disagreement with it. As a matter of fact, him say the best move where him can see. And if I want thing we know about the teacher is a person who will analyze the situation. I will look on it from different point of views and give you the best point of view where him feel in a him personal opinion. Because remember, him never say him attack as a healthcare professional. Him never say him attack as a politician. Him say him attack as a concerned citizen. Yeah. And that make him concerned even that more genuine. He don't have nothing to gain by this statement. It's not something you can profit off. So, most people will be choosing to work with the regulations. Especially at this point in time, business places, the dollar value has been added. There is a fine. So, most places are locked. And if everywhere out the road like away you really out there do, talk the truth. Then if that's your spot where you normally hang out and, you know what I mean, buy a drink and will a vibe, if that place is closed, what would you be doing at the spot anyway? So with that being said, it's not like say yo, most people are gonna choose for just dead it. And upon the block them the people are gonna choose for just dead it. I can't tell you if you go in, I can advise you. Or we can put the reason forward. As I said, these situations, it all of a sudden, so it's hard for people to just adjust and cope. But as them says, a reason why it happens so. I don't know. At the end of the day, there's a fine. There's even time to be spent behind the railing if you are found in violation of these rules and regulations. So that is also food for thought too as well. That is definitely food for thought too as well, viewers and subscribers. As I teach a statement that's a few personal opinion. My personal opinion is that as someone not presented with all information, but can't make a sane logical decision on something like this was so serious. All I can say is that we are listening to the information as it is presented to us, and we are doing the best that we can personally. So that's what we are gonna say. You know what I mean? Yes. When it comes to rules and regulations, we work with them as best as we can. You have to have discipline. I agree with that statement from the teacher. There has to be discipline in anything we are. So, we're disciplined enough to know, say, alright, these are the rules and these are regulations. These are the consequences if you are found in breach of these rules and regulations. So, with that being said, you act accordingly. If you have to find money, then you act accordingly. And if it is absolutely necessary, you have to do what you have to do. Well, as you state, you did have to do what you did have to do. But other than that, as for just out there just to prove a point to who? If you not prove a point to family, loved ones, well-wishers, and that would be a good point, then why prove the point any attack? Yeah, we know you can go outside is outside, as long as you're outside the boundary of inside, you're outside already. Yes, we know you can do it, but there's a reason why they say not to. So, by going outside, the point we are trying to prove are something people already know. You know what I mean? It's a kind of redundant point you are trying to prove, and there's no such thing as a redundant point. So, you know what I mean? It's oxymoron within itself. You are telling me something I know. You are informed me of something that I'm already informed of. I already know you can go outside if you choose to. We are aware. So talk to me in the comment section, viewers and subscribers. Vice to the one called Jaden Chase, the dancehall correspondent, the Gaza representative. And yes, I'm reminding you, if you're new to the channel, you're new to the movement, you're just a pass through, but you like the reason, of course, you like the point of view. Well, I'm suggesting to you that you click the subscribe icon and then the bell icon right after that and put it on all. And this is how you know you'll be notified of all fresh content as soon as fresh content is uploaded and made available for you right here upon the platform. The like icon there as well for my life page, up a like on the blog. In truth, the share icon is also there too. Tell a friend, tell a friend, to tell them sister and them brother them to check out the channel, check out the reason, and also join the discussion. Comment section, it always open 24/7, never lack yet. Just be respectful and mindful of the guidelines. But other than that, drop your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions there. And yes, we can also continue reasoning via the comment section, as I'm point out. So you know the support viewers and subscribers are move settings fam. And no, we don't need no ladder at no point in time. And my sentiments for you and yours is of course wanna live, love, and yes prosper until the reason again.